Sean Diddy Combs.
Sean Combs.
Was arrested with the killing of Tupac Shakur.
Evidence in the Tupac murder case has been tied up in knots for years. Everyone has been trying to figure out who was behind the death, and as a result, fingers have been pointing in all different directions. Diddy has been finding himself in the hot seat as the latest reports claim that he was the actual mastermind behind Tupac's death. There have been nothing but continued surprises regarding the murder, and it looks like Diddy might be going away for a really long time. Keep watching till the end of this video to see just in, Diddy arrested in Tupac's murder case. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the #1 celebrity jeweler, the Ice Champ. The Ice Champ is doing a special deal for the next 24 hours on diamond watches, chains, and more. Follow at The Ice Champ on Instagram now.
Diddy's first attempt on Tupac's life. In trying to cover his tracks when accused of trying to take out Tupac, Diddy accused the Los Angeles Times of lying in its report linking him to the 1994 shooting. Diddy strongly denied the newspaper's claims, sourced through FBI records and exclusive interviews, that he knew two of his friends planned to ambush Tupac at a New York City music studio. "It is beyond ridiculous and completely false," Diddy said in a statement after the Times website posted the report. "I am shocked that the Los Angeles Times would be so irresponsible as to publish a baseless and completely untrue story." The newspaper claimed that two Diddy associates, James "Jimmy" Henchman Rosemond and Jimmy Sabatino, helped stage a robbery of Tupac after offering the late rapper $7,000 to record a track at the studio on the night in question. Tupac was shot 4 times, but luckily survived the attack, which occurred almost 2 years before his still unsolved murder in Las Vegas. Christopher Wallace, the rapper whom Diddy's Bad Boy Records made famous as the Notorious B.I.G., was taken out months later in a suspected retaliation. Rosemond, an ex-convict who has ascended to the heights of the hip-hop world as a talent manager, accused the Times of libel and called the story garbage, referring by name to the Times reporter who has investigated Tupac's murder for more than 6 years. Rosemond told the Associated Press, "Chuck Phillips has reached a new low by employing fourth-hand information from desperate jailhouse informants along with ancient FBI reports to create this fabrication." Phillips, who reported in 2002 that B.I.G. provided cash and guns to Tupac's killers, tracked down the 3 men who carried out the robbery in 1994. One of the 3 confirmed the newspaper's report that Rosemond was involved. Tupac Shakur himself openly blamed Diddy and B.I.G., whose East Coast rap network feuded violently with his West Coast posse, for his shooting in interviews and songs. The Times report also cites a B.I.G. track recorded after the attack that describes its circumstances and include the lyric, "You rewind this, bad boys behind this." How Diddy carried out the killing. Diddy has always been the backbone of the whole operation that took Tupac Shakur's life. Until recently, Diddy has been in the shadows, pretending to know nothing about what's been going on the whole time. After the police started connecting the dots and Keith D was arrested for killing Tupac, word started going around that Diddy was involved in the whole mix. In Keith D's confession, he claimed that Diddy was the mastermind behind the killing of Shakur. Following the 2018 series Death Row Chronicles on BET, which featured some of Keith D's first public comments on the shooting, Las Vegas police reviewed the case and confirmed it remained open. Keith D first spoke about Diddy's involvement in the shooting with Los Angeles police in 2008 in exchange for immunity in a PCP drug ring case. His confession was later reported in a 2011 book, Murder Rap, by Greg Kading, a former LA detective on the case. Keith D told investigators that his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, shot Tupac from the car they were in. "If they would have drove on my side, I would have popped them," Keith D added. The gun was a Glock 40, he said, hidden in a secret compartment in the armrest. "And I ain't never told nobody that story, man," he said. Keith D claimed that Sean Diddy Combs ordered the hit, allegedly telling him, "Man, I want to get rid of them dudes," referring to Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. Keith D claimed Diddy's issue with Suge Knight stemmed from Knight's infamous diss to the Bad Boy executive at the 1995 Source Awards. First, Diddy Diddy only wanted Knight, Keefe D said, but he later targeted Tupac as well after Hit 'Em Up, a diss on the notorious B.I.G. and Bad Boy. Keefe D and Diddy allegedly settled the terms of the hit at Greenblatt's Deli on the Sunset Strip, where Keefe D asked for $1 million to kill both Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. Keefe D allegedly told Diddy, "We'll wipe their ass out quick, man. It's nothing." In his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, Keefe D provided more details regarding the information he had previously given police. He wrote of an alleged meeting with Diddy at Greenblatt's, where he requested the hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. "Like a lion on the Serengeti, I'm able to smell and see fear," he wrote. Puffy was full of fear. Keefe D wrote that he apparently told Diddy that taking both Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur would not be a problem for him. Just days earlier, one of the Southside Crips had stolen a death row chain from a death row associate at the Lakewood Mall in California. He had allegedly been part of the group that attacked Baby Lane. Keefe D claimed that this made the hit on Tupac more urgent. When conversations would come up about $1 million bounty on the heads of Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur, that was business, he wrote. But after Tupac, Suge, and them death row jumped on my nephew Baby Lane, the became ominously personal. He then described seeing Tupac stick his head out of a BMW while pulling up next to Tupac and Knight at a stoplight. He said that Knight looked terrified, and Tupac reached for a gun after sighting their white Cadillac. "That's when the fireworks started," he wrote. "One of my guys from the back seat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. They then drove off, and even saw the two ambulances carrying Tupac and Suge Knight." Keefe D says Diddy was the mastermind. Keefe D, who appeared in court in Las Vegas over the killing on October 5, 2023, has claimed several times that Diddy asked him to take out Tupac and Knight. Representatives for Diddy did not comment when asked about the allegations, but previously Diddy dismissed claims he was involved in Tupac's death as nonsense. Another former gangster from the era, James McDonald, previously known as Mob James, also confirmed that he heard rumors about Diddy and others at death row putting a price on Knight and Tupac's heads, as the New York-based rap artist was terrified of the record label boss. In an exclusive interview, McDonald, who used to work as a security enforcer for Death Row Records, said everyone had a price on their head at the time, as the war between Bad Boy Records on the East Coast and Death Row Records in the West heated up. In a recording of an LAPD interview, Keefe D appeared to tell detectives that Diddy called a gangster associate of theirs, Eric Von Zip, shortly after Tupac's shooting to ask if they were responsible. Keefe D could not be prosecuted for the claims he made to the LAPD due to the legal agreement he had in place. Keefe D claimed in the recording that when Diddy was told that it was their entourage who shot Pac, he was happy as hell. In a more recent interview with YouTuber Vlad TV from May of 2023, Keefe D even claimed that FBI agents told him that Diddy had paid $1 million to Zip for the assassination.